Good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us this evening at Lift Every Voice, a night of spiritual, uplifting music to mobilize the vote. Well, what a privilege to be able to come into a sacred spiritual space and know that you are welcome here. No matter your background, your race, your ethnicity, your gender, your sexuality, know that you are safe in this church and that you are a part of this community, the community of love. My name is Joey Pearson, and I am the minister of music here at the Oceanside Sanctuary. And I welcome you to this church for a night of fantastic music, of uplifting and informative speakers, and of delicious dessert. We are here because we recognize that there is a need to mobilize voting during these midterm elections. It's so interesting that on the occasion of a presidential election, we see really high voter turnouts, we see people getting excited, but then on these midterm local elections, we don't see as many people getting involved. Yet these local elections are the moments of most impact and import for us as members of our respective communities. Whether you come from Los Angeles, or you come from Menifee, or Winchester, or Oceanside, or Carlsbad, your voice must be part of the civic process of selecting people like us to lead. And so I would like to encourage you tonight to do a couple of things. Number one, to enjoy this music and to respond to it and to clap and to sing. And then also to be reminded of the importance of voting. And I just want to warn you, sometimes with these midterm elections, we forget. We say, yes, I'm going to vote, I'm going to vote, I'm going to vote. The day comes and we forget. Because honestly, it's not as popular as in other elections. But I want you tonight to have fun, number one, and number two, to commit that you will vote. And number three, if you are committed, I want you to reach out to someone you know, not just one or two, but three people, and commit them to the process of voting. Find out, are you registered? Do you know how to be registered? And do you know how to vote and where to vote? Doesn't matter what you vote for, doesn't matter who you vote for, it matters that your voice is a participant in this process. And finally, before I hand it over, I want to say we need to acknowledge that the belief in voting and the commitment to voting is something that is a privilege. For many people, people of color, women, voting was not an option in very recent history. And so to ask all people to stand up and vote assumes that we all believe that voting matters and that our voice matters. And that's not the history of this country. We are rewriting a future of tomorrow in which all voices matter. And so as much as I acknowledge and honor and respect the reasons for which people may mistrust this civic system, I encourage us all to step up and to help to recreate this system in the image of equity, of diversity, and of inclusion. A system of love. And so I thank you for being here. I hope you have a great evening. Prepare yourself for some really moving music. And I would like to pass it to my friend and co-organizer, Claire.
Thank you so much, Joey. That was a beautiful, beautiful word. My name is Claire Watson, and I'm here with the Collective Table. We're located down in Encinitas, and I'm so excited to see each of you here this evening. I wanted to provide a centering moment before we got to our music and speakers tonight. So tonight, as we center ourselves, I'm going to share just an excerpt from the poet Amanda Gorman's 2017 poem. It's entitled, "In This Place, an American Lyric." There's a poem in this place, a poem in America, a poet in every American who rewrites this nation, who tells a story worthy of being told on this minnow of an earth, to breathe hope into a palimpsest of time, a poet in every American who sees that our poem penned does not mean our poem's end. There's a place where this poem dwells. It is here, it is now, and the yellow song of dawn's bell, where we write an American lyric we are just beginning to tell. Again, I'd like to thank you all for being with us this evening, and I am going to invite my friend and colleague Talip Peshkapia to the stage. Talip is a Los Angeles-based composer and songwriter, and he even comes and leads worship with our community, the Collective Table. So if you would all give Talip a warm welcome.
Thank you. How are y'all doing today? Everyone good? Cool. The song's called Arise, O Sleeper. Let my spirit be so stirred it shakes these tired bones. Shake my consciousness up from the grave. Set in motion your compassion deep within my soul. I can hear your spirit cry, awake, 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 oh rise, oh sleeper. A brand new day has come. Oh it's begun. Keep my moving heart towards your will, let your desire grow. Let my mind and heart stay wide awake. I will listen to your voice, I'll memorize your song. I can hear you crying now, awake, 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 oh rise, oh sleeper. A brand new day has come, yeah. Oh rise, oh sleeper, the brand new life has begun. It's begun. Oh, please keep my heart awake. Oh, I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Oh, please keep this mind awake. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Oh, please keep this heart awake. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Oh, please keep my mind awake. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Oh, rise, oh, sleeper. A brand new light has shone. Oh, rise, oh, sleeper. A brand new day has begun. It's begun. Please keep me awake. I'll follow you. I'll follow you. Oh, please keep my heart awake. I'll follow you. I want to follow you. Yeah. This next song's called There Was a Tree. And I wrote this during the pandemic. Everyone's got their pandemic song. I got a lot of them, but that last one too is actually in the pandemic days. But this song is about a dream I had. And you'll hear it in the lyrics, hopefully. But it's about me finding myself in the backyard of my parents' house where I used to climb this tree. And it was so meaningful to me to be in a place of chaos during the pandemic and find this moment of peace and this moment of sweetness in life given back to me. And so I wanted to share it with y'all in my quest for peace and hope in the world. Last night I had a dream, a memory of when I was a child. I ran across the field of my old home and came across a place where seeds would grow. There was a tree. It began to talk to me, reminded me of when my heart was wild, of when I put my dreams and greater hopes, of when I put my faith in seeds that would grow. There was a tree that spoke to me. There was a tree there in my dreams. There was a tree of hope and peace. There was a tree there in my dreams. It was a comforting moment. I felt a peace deep in my bones. It was calling me to be at rest, to not be afraid in my distress. There was a tree that spoke to me. There was a tree there in my dreams. There was a tree of hope and peace. There was a tree there in my dreams. I tried to hold on to this dream, but I felt it slip away. And I never ever want it to leave me. Don't go. Last night I had a dream, a memory of when I was a child. I ran across the field of my old home and came across a place where seeds would grow. There was a tree. I'm sweaty up here. It's nice and hot. It's the Spirit. This one's called In the Image of Love. Here we go. And this is written from the idea of how many times have we not felt good about ourselves. I mean, I grew up being bullied and had a hard time really finding myself for a long time, actually. But to have someone tell you you're loved, to feel love, to know that you're in the image of love, that's special. So I wrote this song in the place of wanting to hear that, to also saying that to others. I tell my kids that all the time. They're loved, and love is important. Very important, excuse me. I was always told that I was broken. Then you came and met me in my place. Healing words of kindness, love was spoken, and you took away all my my shame and reminded me that I was made in the image of love. Every time that I breathe, Lord, you remind me that I was made in the image of love. Every moment I breathe, Lord, you remind me. I was always told that I was a burden. Then you came and loved me in this place. The miracle of hope, compassion spoken, and you took away all my shame and reminded me that I was made in the image of love, whole and complete. Lord, you remind me that I was made in the image of love. Every time that I breathe, Lord, you reminded me. When I don't feel loved, when I don't feel right, when I don't have the strength, Lord, you reminded me that I was made whole, in love made complete. Though your consistent love, Lord, it reminds me that I was made in the image of love. Every time that I breathe, you reminded me that I was made in the image of love, whole and complete. Oh, you reminded me, and you reminded me. This is my last one. Let's do this. It's called Gonna Rise Up. Thank you all for listening. It's been nice. We were just talking, well, hey, thank you. I'll clap for y'all too. What a night to be a part of. It's so important, and I'm so happy to be here. And we all have different history. We all have different ways of getting here. We have different, even the way we see the world and the way we see things. And so it's neat to be together and to express all of those ideas and all of our thoughts and concerns, and then to vote. Go vote. Go be an active participant. But I wanted to share this song. It's called Gonna Rise Up. And it's about going through battles and craziness and, again, having hope. If there's anything you can grab from my set, it's that there's hope. And let's talk after. Gonna rise up from these waters, I won't drown. Gonna lift my heart, gonna lift my eyes. Gonna rise up from these waters, I won't drown. And a new day has come, and I can see the shining sun out of the deep and dark ocean. A hope will rise, it has begun. I know that love will always find a way. Gonna rise up from these waters, I won't drown. Gonna lift my heart, gonna lift my eyes. Gonna rise up from these waters, I won't drown. Feel your love lifting me high. I am beloved, I can't deny the glory of this brand new life. You give me everything. I know that love will always find a way. Gonna rise up from these waters, I won't drown. Gonna lift my heart, gonna lift my eyes. Gonna rise up from these waters, I won't drown. No, I won't drown. I won't drown. We can prepare the way. I know we can prepare the way for love Together we'll prepare the way for love. We can prepare the way, I know we can. Together we'll prepare the way for love. Together we'll prepare the way for love. Gonna rise up from these waters. We're gonna rise up from these waters. I know. We're gonna rise up from these waters for love. And we can rise up from these waters. I know we will. We're gonna rise up from these waters. I know we will. And we can rise up from these waters for love. Thank you all so much. Peace. Next, the San Diego Organizing Project. I believe Judah, if I'm correct. All right. Welcome, Judah.
Sorry about that. I couldn't find the mic. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Judah Coker. I am a member of the Oceanside Sanctuary Church, and I'm also a community organizer with a nonprofit called the San Diego Organizing Project. So I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to take a couple minutes to share a little bit about who we are, the work we do in the region, and then hopefully kind of continue to inspire you all when it comes to this election and why it's so important that we show out to vote in November. So as mentioned, I work for SDOP, the San Diego Organizing Project. We are a local nonprofit. We work throughout San Diego County, but I'm focused mainly in Oceanside. And really our main goal, our main mission and purpose of the org is to work with faith-based institutions like Oceanside Sanctuary, who really want to take some of the work they've been doing, whether it be charity work, whether it be kind of internal education or anti-racism work, and take that a step further and say, how can we be a part of efforts in our region, in our local government to advance justice on a systemic level, right? And I know that that's kind of an abstract concept, and I'm going to try and clarify it a little bit, but basically what we want to do is we want to get to the root of a lot of the issues that we're seeing in our communities that we care about, whether it be housing, homelessness, public safety, right? And ask, what can we do to really make change where it counts, right? At the root of the cause. So I'm sure you're thinking, okay, that sounds cool, but what does that actually look like, right? What does that actually mean? And so I wanted to share a couple of examples of the kind of work that folks at this very church are involved in, as well as other churches in the area. As I mentioned, one of the main things that our leaders and our members have identified as being a priority issue for us is public safety, specifically when it comes to addressing police bias and wanting to bring out more accountability for our public safety systems. Some of the campaigns we've run and actually been successful on have been increasing accountability when it comes to the use of force that Oceanside Police Department engages in. We're in an active campaign at the moment to kind of strengthen the oversight board for Oceanside Police Department. Another major issue that we're involved in trying to research and learn more about and advocate around is the housing crisis and the affordability crisis in our region. For any of us who live in San Diego, we all know that that's a major issue that we're facing. And we also believe it's one of the root things we need to address in order to address the homelessness issue that we're seeing and folks who are experiencing homelessness. So the reason I kind of want to connect this all back to voting is because I think that it's really easy for us to really remain focused, as Joey said, on kind of these bigger elections. And even coming up to think, the federal, the state level is really the only kind of elected position that makes a big difference. And I want to use the work that we at SDOP do to kind of highlight the fact that we may not realize that it's our local city council who has a lot of power when it comes to things like this, right? And if you care about any of the issues I mentioned, whether it be police accountability, police bias, housing, homelessness, I think it's really important that we remember that it's our local city council members who make those decisions. They're the ones who are deciding whether extra space in our city goes to building more affordable housing, whether it goes to new hotel developments. And so that's kind of really what I wanted to inspire you all today. I appreciate you all giving me the opportunity to share about my work, and I hope that you all really pay attention to those local elections, regardless of how you vote come November. And the last thing I kind of want to shout out and highlight is that we have the opportunity for you to register to vote here, which is really exciting and really important. But if you are already registered to vote and you still kind of want to demonstrate your commitment to this election in some way, over at our SDOP table, we have some pledge to vote cards that we'll be collecting. And so that can kind of be your action item to demonstrate your commitment for the election. And we'd love for you to come by and chat with us as well if you're interested in learning more. So thank you all so much, and enjoy the rest of the music.
Strategy. See, you're gonna be like the night before you're supposed to vote, and you're like, I'm supposed to do something tomorrow. I know this because I remember a 6-foot-tall rainbow yelling things at me. It's a really essential story I'm telling, but it's mostly just so we can move things around. We are Story in Tune. Some of your faces are familiar. We've been here a few times, and we've gotten to come and sing music with you, and it's always been an absolute joy. So thank you for having us here tonight. I'm Story, he's Tune. You can also call us Karen and Ben if you'd prefer. It's less weird. Yeah, we're gonna sing some songs for you. You're welcome to join us if you know any of them.
This first song I'm going to sing is actually not an original song of ours, but it's a friend of mine, David Lunsford, who's based up in Seattle. He was at Eastlake Church, which is a church which transitioned from being a big box evangelical church to being a progressive church. And he's one of the better writers that I know of in this area. The song's called Together in This.
So we're together in this. Sure, we've got our own politics. Sure, we've got our own religions. But we're still together in this. We're together in this. Sure, we've got our own set of problems. Yeah, we got our own things we want to change. But we're still together in this. I'll carry your weight, brother. You carry mine. We'll leave the battle far behind. Let love and peace become all that we need. Oh, 'cause we're together in this. So put away your blood and your violence. Rest in solitude and in silence, yeah. 'Cause we're still together in this. I'll carry your weight, sister. I'll carry your weight, neighbor. You'll carry mine. We'll leave the battle far behind. Let love and peace become all that we need. So we're still together in this. We're together in this. So we're still together in this.
Yeah, thanks, David Lunsford, for that tune. It's a good one. When I was in 8th grade, my social studies teacher ended the whole year by giving all of us her phone number and saying, when you turn 18 and you register to vote, give me a call. And I did. I called her when I was 18. And she said she gets 1 or 2 a year of students who call and actually let her know. But what she did was active. She gave us a reason. She gave us something to come back to. I needed to register to vote because I needed to call her and let her know that I had. The song we're going to sing next is a song that we wrote for our child, and the idea being that I wanted to write a lyric for them that would be about love that was active, that would allow them to grow and to be whoever they wanted to be, and my love would be big enough to flex and move and show up wherever they needed me to show up. And I've been thinking about it in the context of voting, about love that is active, love that shows up with mortar and stone when it's time to do something. Mm-hmm. So it's called Hurricane. Let's knock some stuff down.
Tell me how love's been a weapon, I'll open my hands. Show me what's left of the battle, and I'll be your last stand. Ask me to carry a story, I'll write you a song. I'll sing it on street corners till you know you belong. You need a fortress. I'm coming with mortar and stone. Oh, you need a wildfire. You ain't gonna light it alone. If you need me, I'll wrap you up in my arms, let you go easy. When holding is bringing you harm, you gotta leave me. I'll be a someone to blame. If you look around, this tired old town is causing you pain. I'll be your hurricane. There ain't a limit to how many times you can change. My love and you ain't a contract for staying the same. There's nothing I wouldn't bet if it helps you to know. Nothing I wouldn't tear down if it helps you to grow. You need a fortress. I'm coming with mortar and stone. Oh, you need a wildfire. You ain't gonna light it alone. If you need me, I'll wrap you up in my arms, let you go easy. When holding is bringing you harm, if you gotta leave me, I'll be your someone to blame. If you look around, this tired old town is causing you pain. If you need me, I'll wrap you up in my arms, let you go easy. And holding is bringing you I'll be your someone to blame. If you look around this tired old town that's causing you pain, I'll be your hurricane. I'll be your hurricane. Yes, I'll be your hurricane.
I wrote this next song in 2016. I lived in New York at the time. I was on sabbatical out at one of the gorgeous lakes out in Jersey. And I completely signed off social media and off the internet. I was attempting to get away from it all. And then one morning as I was having my coffee, the elderly Dutch gentleman who lived next door walked over and lowered the flag to half-mast. And my whole heart sank. So I was like, what now, America? What have we done? And we've been going out there a bunch, and I'd never seen him lower the flag at all. And so I rushed back inside and logged back onto the internet, and sure enough, it was the week that Philando Castile and Alton Sterling, both people of colour, were killed at the hands of police. And then in the very same week, a couple of days later, a whole bunch of peaceful protesters were marching through Dallas, and they were being protected by the police, and there was a cooperation there with the authorities, and a gunman gunned down 5 police officers. And every time this happens in this country, it disturbs me. I'm obviously not from here. I'm from Australia. And this is not, the gun conversation is not a conversation in Australia that resembles the way we have it here. And so my heart sank, and I was like, what? I always feel helpless about what do we do when violence is right in front of us, and what do we do when we kind of see these things happen over and over and over again. And the only thing I really knew what to do was to sit down and write, because that's kind of what I do, is to process that grief and to kind of let it move through me. And kind of what came up was this quote, which I think is attributed to Gandhi a lot. The tooth for a tooth and an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. But a lot of this song is rooted in kind of the scriptural imagery that was from my childhood and from my faith.
All the newsreels flow with the blood of all our young men, and the videos show black bodies falling again. All the flags fly at half-mast as the horrors are broadcast from Baghdad to Baton Rouge. We struggle to weep 'cause we ain't even shocked by the news. Beat our swords into plowshares, melt down all the guns. We'll disarm the whole world, but until that day comes, I'll keep on dreaming till a world without war. 'Cause a tooth for a tooth and an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. It's not worth fighting for. We walk through the streets like all of our grandmothers died, as we type till we bleed in a digital war for our lives. But the rhetoric resounds, the hatred abounds from both sides of the enemy lines. They say guns don't kill people, but we see the videos live. Beat down swords into plowshares, melt down all the guns. We'll disarm the whole world, but until that day comes, I'll keep on dreaming of the world without war. 'Cause a tooth for a tooth and an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. It's not worth fighting for. Whoa, it's not worth fighting for. No. face of all anger and hate. That there will come a day when sorrow and tears wiped away. No more mothers in mourning, a new day is dawning when peace will have a last say. 'Cause true love is roaring, and Abel's blood calls from the grave. Beat our swords into plowshares, melt down all the guns. We'll disarm the whole world, but until that day comes, I'll keep on dreaming of a world without war. 'Cause a tooth for a tooth and an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. It's not worth fighting for. A tooth for a tooth and an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. It's not worth fighting for.
We talk a lot, so I never know if we're tripping over the end of our allotted time. All right, well, there you go. So whether you agree with the Aussie perspective or not, get out and vote. Right? Hey. A lot of the people in our community, a lot of the people in our immediate circle, in our family, have had to, in order to be who they are, in order to love who they love, in order to be the fullest, healthiest, wholest versions of themselves, they've had to walk away from something or someone, whether it was a tradition they were born into, a place they grew up, a family that can't accept who they are, a belief that's been really holding them back. And so a lot of what we do is we write love songs to honor the courage that takes. We just want to write 1,000 love songs into the courage of that journey. And so this one is a benediction for anyone who's ever had to get lost in order to be found again.
I bless the way you hold your tongue. When you find the room you're in just ain't a listening one. I bless the way you change your mind. When you find the thoughts you're holding are the healing kind. I bless the way you close the door. The house that used to hold you isn't shelter anymore. I bless the way you leave behind. Know there's something good out there you gotta go and find. Don't you let anyone turn you around. Now you know getting lost is the way you get found. Is the way you get found. I bless the courage in your doubt, the stubborn way you chase the truths you haven't figured out. I bless the patience in your grief, when it's pushing you to rise and when it's pulling you beneath. I bless the way you carve your name, the gate kept in the sanctums where they said you couldn't stay. I bless the way you make a home, wildly the weary and the precious white unknown. Don't you let anyone turn you around. Now you know getting lost is the way you get found. Don't you let anyone turn you around. Now you
Go ahead.
Thank you so much. We're Story in Tune, Ben and Karen. The North County LGBT Centre is coming up to speak to you guys next.
Thank you all for having us.
Hi, everyone. It's much brighter than I thought, but and hot. So my name is Jennifer Ainoli, and I am the director of Unicorn Homes at North County LGBT Center. I'm thrilled to be here, and it's good to see so many familiar faces. We saw some of you at our gala event, so good to see you again. This is my colleague.
Hi, I am Katrina. Some of you that attend church will know that I'm also here on the worship team at Oceanside Sanctuary, so good to see you all. But I work at the North County LGBTQ Resource Center as the volunteer coordinator.
And I'm just going to do a quick plug for Unicorn Homes, but I would love for everybody to stop by our table afterwards. If you're not familiar with Unicorn Homes, it's aimed to prevent youth homelessness. So a lot of times our LGBT youth are thrown out of their homes because of family rejection, and the program is put in place where we have host families around San Diego County that will take the children in until we figure out a better solution for them. So we're always looking for host families so we could discuss that further at the table. So today we are here to talk about voting and why it matters. I thought it was important to bring Katrina up, being a queer woman of color, and getting her perspective on it. So, Katrina.
Yes. Yeah, so I basically just wanted to encourage everybody. I feel like tonight is a night of literal, like, preaching to the choir. I feel like tonight all the people who are here are like, yeah, we definitely know the importance. And so I want to just highlight my generation because it's my generation. I'm 27 years old. I'm never going to lie about my age. Like, please ask me about my age. I'm so over that. But it's my generation that are the ones that feel like, I don't even know if we feel like our vote doesn't matter. I think we're just like unsure what to do. We forget the dates. We're lazy, like sometimes. And so I know a lot of you in the audience probably have kids my age or grandkids my age or nieces, nephews, and just kids, important kids in your family that are my age that like check in on us. Like, ask us if we know the date. You know, that little urge that never hurt anybody. Even that is helping to do your part to encourage my generation to get out there and do our part. And so that's basically what I wanted to leave you with today. And that's easy to do. Just check in on us from time to time. Make sure we know what's going on. Okay, we're always on our phones, so there's no excuse. Thank you.
Yeah, and the only thing that I will add is I do hear a lot of folks kind of ignore the midterm elections, and the presidential ones, federal ones are more exciting for them, but I do always remind them, keep in mind that this is what is going to affect you locally in your own community where you live. So of course, pay attention to city council, and school board is another important one. And if you haven't seen recently, there's been a lot of LGBT attacks. And we've seen some of these school board trustees making transphobic slurs. So it does seem like there's a campaign to come out and get more, different folks in the school board that are attacking our LGBT community. So, I mean, we are in a very liberal, progressive state, and there's a lot of protections in place, but we want to make sure that they remain in place. So please research the local candidates and what they truly stand for, because a lot of them do give us lip service, but we need ones that are going to take action.
Thank you.
Well, we've arrived at the time where we get to make some music in the tradition of a queer gospel artist. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. Well, I am Joey Pearson. I'm the music minister here at the Oceanside Sanctuary, and it is my honor to be up here with the Sanctuary Band. You've heard a lot of talking, and I think we should just get right into this music. What do y'all say?
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What will you say when God calls you to stand? What will you say when God calls you by name? What will you say when you see just where you could be? What will you say when God calls you to stand? Now what will you say when God calls you to serve? What will you say when God calls you by name? Oh, now what will you say when you see just where you could be? What will you say when God calls you to serve? Come on. Now in a world so lost, you'll be a light, guide the way, so justice prevails. Will you come forward to heed God's call and say, here I am, send me? Can you hear me now? All right, here we go. Now what will you say when God calls you to love? What will you say when God calls you by name? What will you say when you see just where you could be? What will you say when God calls you to love? In a world so lost, you'll be a light, guide the way, so justice prevails. Will you come forward to heed God's call and say, here I am, send me? Oh, in a world so lost, you'll be a light, guide the way, so justice prevails. Will you come forward to heed God's call and say, here I am? Oh, yeah. Hello. Send me. Oh, yeah. Yes. Amen. Well, you know, here at the Oceanside Sanctuary, our theology is one of justice. And so when we talk about God and we talk about calling on God, we're actually talking about one another and the fact that we are the hands and feet of God. And so I wrote this next song called Call on God as a reminder that we have work to do. Hello, can I get an amen? Amen. 1, 2, ready, and... Why don't you clap with us? Come on. Come on, move my feet. Move my feet and guide my hands for you. Move my feet and guide my hands for you. God, lead me. Keep me in the way though I may stray. God, lead me. Guide me to the strength I have within. God, lead me, I pray. Oh, that I put on myself. God, free me, I pray. Come on and help me, y'all. Y'all ready? Pray, God, lead me. God, lead me. Pray, God, free me. God, free me. But we got to call on God today. Pray, God, heal me. God, heal me. Good God, help me. God, help me. 'Cause we got to call on God today. Oh, God, heal me. Mend this broken spirit with your grace. God, oh, heal me. Ease the pain that's stored inside these bones. God, heal me. Come on and heal me, I pray. Oh, pray, God, lead me. God, lead me. Pray, God, free me. God, free me. 'Cause we've got to call on God today. Oh, pray, God, heal me. God, heal me. Pray, God, help me. God, help me. Oh, we've got to call on God. Let's do that one more time. Come on now. Now, pray, God, lead me. God, lead me. Pray, God, free me. God, free me. And we've got to call on God today. Yes. Now, pray, God, heal me. God, heal me. Pray, God, help me. God, help me. Yes. Now, we've got to call on God today. Now. Yeah. Now. Oh, Lord, come on, this is my prayer. Sing it with me. Move my feet and guide my hands for you. Yes, I'm praying. Move my feet and guide my hands for you. Yes, Lord, I pray. Move my feet and guide my hands for you. Oh, move my feet and guide my hands for you. Pray, God, lead me. God, lead me. Pray, God, free me. God, free me. Now we've got to call on God today. Pray, God, heal me. God, heal me. Pray, God, help me. God, help me. 'Cause we've got to call on God today. Now just the singers, come on. Pray, God, lead me. God, lead me. Pray, God, free me. God, free me. 'Cause we've got to call on God today. Oh, pray, God, heal me. God, heal me. Pray, God, help me. God, help me. Now we've got to call on God today. Yeah, yes. Pray, God, lead me. God, lead me. Pray, God, free me. God, free me. Now we've got to call on God today. Pray, God, heal me. God, help me. Pray, God, help me. Now we've got to call on God today. Oh, God, help me. Oh, to find the words of strength to speak more truth. Oh, God, please help me to live in ways that point straight back to you. God, help me, I pray. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, Lord. Oh, well, in my tradition, we like to get hot and bothered at church, so that's what we're working on. That's what we're trying to do this evening, is get a little bit hot and bothered to have some church. Y'all feeling the spirit? You know, on a usual Sunday morning, I'm not quite as much, but almost. but almost. Lucy, I heard you. Right. Well, we'd like to do a song in the tradition of sort of protest music, a song that Vincent on keys tonight recommended for us. We have Lucy on bass, Felipe on the drums. We have Andrew, Andrea, and Katrina singing with me today. And we'd like to sing with you a song called People Get Ready. Y'all know this song? Curtis Mayfield, yeah? No pressure. Come on.
People get ready. There's a train coming. No need no baggage. You just to get on board. All you need is faith. Be so humming. No need no ticket. You just to thank the Lord.
All right, come on, Andrea, sing it for us.
People get ready. There's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is a key. Open the doors and board them. There's hope for all. Love the most.
All right, here we go.
There ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who would hurt just to save their own. Have pity on those whose chances are thinner. There's no hiding place for the kingdom's throne. So sing with where people get ready.
Come on.
There's a train coming. You don't need no back.
Get on board.
You just get on board.
All you need is faith
To hear the Jesus humming. You don't need no ticket.
Come on.
You just thank the Lord.
Beautiful. Yes. Well, we pulled from new songs today, and we pulled from some old songs, some songs I wrote, songs that bring us to some of our memories of younger days. But we'd like to actually bring sort of a modern Christian song, something that we like to do here at the Oceanside Sanctuary. Mix it up, right? So, Katrina, would you mind helping lead us in Out of Hiding?
Yes, I love singing this song. I feel like it's kind of a queer Christian anthem. So come out wherever you are.
Come out of hiding, you're safe here with me. There's no need to cover what I already see. You've got your reasons, but I hold your peace. You've been on a lockdown and I hold the key. 'Cause I loved you before you knew it was a love. I saw it all, still I chose the cross. You are the one that I was thinking of when I rose from the grave. Now rid of the shackles
love will only become part of the story. And oh, as you run, what hindered love will only become part of the story. And oh, as you run, what hindered love will only become part of the story. And oh, as you run, what hindered love will only become part of the story. Do that chorus one more time for us, because I loved you before. Sing it.
'Cause I loved you before you knew it was love. I saw it all, still I chose the cross. You are the one that I was thinking of when I rose from the grave. Now rid of the shackles, my victory is yours. I taught them for you to come close. There's no reason to stand at a distance anymore. You're not far.
Come on. Yes.
Home,
Baby, you're
please don't.
don't you know, Lord?
Now you're almost home now. Baby, you're almost home now.
Yeah, yeah.
Please don't leave
Yes, you
now.
are. Well, we've reached the end of our night together. And before we leave, I'd like to share with you a song. It's a song called After All. This is the first song I ever wrote. And by the first song I ever wrote, I mean I was like 9 or 10 years old. And the country, if you do math, you'll figure out, well, you don't know how old I am, so never mind. The country was going through a number of challenging situations, and I didn't know anything about nothing. But I sure did know how I felt. And I sure did know that we are stronger when we are together. Something that came inherent to me as a person who strove for belonging all his life. I wrote this song as the one and only attempt I've ever had at a patriotic song, because I recognize that if there's anything that we can fight for, it's unity. And that when we feel torn apart, that is an experience that impacts all of us, be it because of a horrible event, be it because of the differences in our beliefs, the differences in our political beliefs, anything. When we feel torn apart, it doesn't feel good. And so this song says that we are strong and together here today. It's speaking to existence, into existence, this notion of togetherness, and it's called After All. Morning mist, we feel a sense of defeat as the world crashes down with our spirits at our feet. Can we pull ourselves together, find the strength to stand up tall, to become a just nation after all? In the coming days, they may seem to go so slow. Can we join together and hold each other close? And each day, can we grow stronger, knowing love will conquer all, to become a just nation after all? And although at this time we may feel so torn apart, may we not forget all the work we have done just to get this far. And in time, may we see that justice will prevail, so that one day we united can proclaim. Help me proclaim that we are strong and together here today, and we lift up our voices just to say that in light and in love and peace, and we have found our equality. Oh, yes, we are strong and together here today, and we lift up our voices just to say that in light and in love and peace, but we have found our equality. Oh, after
Hey, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. I'm just going to offer a brief theological reflection, because I think many people sometimes assume that our Bible is not political, right? That maybe we don't have a right to speak into politics, that that's not our job, that's not the Christian thing to do. But that is the farthest thing from the truth. In fact, as James Cone, one of the greatest liberation theologians of our time, said, he said, God is also a political God, and God's revelation is inseparable from social and political affairs. And it requires speaking to the very oppressive politics from which we seek to liberate the poor and the oppressed. That's what we're doing tonight, and it matters. So if you're not signed up to vote, which I know pretty much all of you are, right? There's tables out there. If you are signed up to vote, you can use your voice. If you don't know people who need to sign up to vote, then find them and get them to sign up. Because tonight, we're not telling you to choose Democrat or Republican. We're not telling you how to vote. We're telling you that we are here to speak against oppressive politics, to liberate the poor and oppressed. This is what it means to put our faith in action. This is why we're here. As Deuteronomy 16:18-20 states, you shall appoint judges and officials throughout your tribes, in all your towns that the Lord your God has given you, and they shall render just decisions for the people. You must not distort justice. You must not show partiality. Justice and only justice you shall pursue, so that you may live and occupy the land that the Lord your God is giving you. So may we pursue justice with our voice, with our vote, and with our faith. So let us lift every voice and sing together one last time. Amen.
Can I invite our musicians to join me on this stage here? Thank you, Alex. Now, we didn't fully plan on this, but I told everybody that I'd like them to potentially sing. I don't think they know I meant like from the stage. And you know what? We actually have some lyrics. Alex, don't we have some lyrics ready? Aunt Mary, could you go do the slides for us? All right, we're a community here, so we're gonna make this really, really comfortable. But I want to say something. Lift Every Voice and Sing has a very special place in the African American tradition. This is known as the African American National Anthem, and so we sing it with the respect and acknowledgement that we are taking from a heritage and a culture that is so rich and has informed so much of what makes music great for me personally. So in that spirit, as you are able and willing, would you please stand? And we're gonna sing this together. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory, yes, is won. Come on now. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when hope unborn had died, yet with the steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. Now, if y'all will just permit me just one moment. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, yes, God who has brought us thus far on the everybody. Go vote and enjoy the dessert. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.